privilege to welcome every one of us to this yet another wonderful day.
It's a wonderful day. I recognize my wife, Oyetola, my deputy, the Speaker, House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uweye, the birthday boy today, ably represented by Chairman, House Committee on Education, Honorable Babatunde Ibiroba, alias Ilesha. Other serving and former honorable members that are here, SSG, COS, Head of Service, other executive council members that are here, particularly Commissioner of Education, Honorable Follow Oladoyin Bamisayemi, SC Education, Honorable Jamiu Onagumi, PS, CG, GM, Executive Services that are here, Chairman, University of Ilesha Implementation Committee, Professor Oyetola. It's good to have you here. Other members of the committee, I have Professor Labo Pukola, thank you for acceptance of serving. Professor Isaac Adewale, it's good to see you. Professor Yemisi Obilade Eshe, Professor Wasiu Oyedokun, Professor Jide Oweye, thank you. Professor Sola Akeriade and Mr. Rashid Sarumi, thank you very much. Chairman Governing Council of Osun, Ilesha College of Education, Eda Kunle Odeyemi, and one of our wonderful leaders of our party, the acting provost of Osun State College of Education, Ilesha Dr. Motayo Mutala Akamu, other principal officers of the college that are here, the student political functionaries that are here, particularly Honorable Ajibola Famuriwa, security operatives, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to welcome you all to this historic ceremony of the inauguration of the Implementation Committee for the upgrade of the College of Education, Ilesha to university status as the University of Ilesha. I would like to, on behalf of the government and the people of our great state, express a profound appreciation to all the distinguished members of the Implementation Committee who have accepted to be part of history to unify the delivery of the new university. As you all know, since the assumption of office, our administration has demonstrated commitment to building a truly diversified and resilient Osun economy. To drive this agenda and to develop requisite human capital, we are focused on sustained investment in the education sector. Our goal is to increase access to quality and equitable education at all levels to empower Osun citizens to realize their full potential. In actualizing these objectives, we have constantly collaborated with the private sector and other key stakeholders, as well as supporting initiatives geared towards improving our education system. The idea of this university, therefore, has become necessary to further expand access to qualitative education among other opportunities for our young population. The decision to upgrade the College of Education in Ilesha, I must note, is not out of a product of mere fanciful effort, but one that is a product of thorough and rigorous interrogation, characteristics of the culture of deep engagement for which this administration is noted. Among others, we also took into copious consideration the College of Education is existing infrastructural and human resources asset as the state's oldest college of education in Nigeria. At this point, I must pay due tribute to the stringent efforts of the Owa, our highly revered royal father, His Imperial Majesty Owa Bokun Adimola of Ilesha, Owa Dr. Gabriel Arumularo, PhD, and the Ilesha stakeholders for their unwavering commitment to ensuring that this project comes to fruition. The several efforts before now, including that of the Ilesha Society, under the leadership of such distinguished leaders as Chief Felix Pabogwe, SAN, the late Professor Oyetola, Ibidapobe, may so rest in peace, Professor Duro Oni, among others, to the most recent effort and hard work of notable sons as our referred elder, Chief Akiwande Akinola, Asiwaju Yinka Fasuyi, among others, are worthy of commendation. I must of course acknowledge efforts of the former Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, and my Chief of Staff, Dr. Charles Akinola, who constantly work together to coordinate from within to ensure that today and this university becomes a reality. We believe that their clamor is a product of the yearning of the good people of Ilesha land and their commitment to support the state government in achieving its development agenda in education. I must express my gratitude to the Osun State House of Assembly through the Right Honorable Speaker of the House, Timothy Uweye, for the standing contribution which resulted in the prompt passage of the University of Ilesha Bill. I wish to emphasize that equally important to us is a demonstration of the self-sustainability of the university and the good support of all critical stakeholders considering the current and future economic outlook of the state. This is because upgrading the college to university will require enormous financial and human resources and concerted effort of stakeholders. It is for this reason that the university has been carefully conceived as a thoroughly entrepreneurial and innovative university that will be funded through a mix of sources such as the government, community, industry, and other stakeholders without exerting unnecessary pressure on the finances of the state. What this means from the word go is that this is a university that is undoubtedly going to be unique because it is being carefully nurtured to be inoculated from the perennial challenges that plague our average public university in the country, but benchmarks against the best global practices. Considering the above and to support our administration's prompt implementation of the upgrade, we engaged the global advisory firm, KPMG, to offer advisory services on the smooth takeoff of the proposed university to produce a sustainability plan and governance charter. I'm happy to know that we have received the initial report of the firm and we shall make it available for the consideration of the implementation committee. As evident from their rich profile, the membership of the implementation committee is made up of highly eminent academics and professionals who will bring to bear their unique and diverse experience in actualizing our objectives for the upgrade of the College of Education in Ilesha to a full-fledged university. Driven by the quality and the experience network and exposure of the members of this committee and KPMG, I do not doubt that our state will benefit significantly from their experience. It is now my pleasure to inaugurate this committee to the glory of God and the blessing of our collective humanity. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Please let's give Mr. Governor stand ovation. Stand ovation, Mr. Governor. Thank you so much, Excellency. God bless you, sir. Let's take our seats. Let's take our seats. While I will welcome the chairman of the committee, the newly inaugurated Inauguration Committee, Mr. Oloremi, to respond.
Your Excellency, Mr. Governor, and wife, Mrs. Oyetola, the Deputy Governor, Speaker of the House of Assembly represented by Honorable Ibirogba, other distinguished members on the high table, I greet you. And I want to particularly greet the distinguished members of the committee and say that in my approximately 60 years experience in the university system in this country and out of this country, this is the best and strongest body I've been called upon to work with. And I'm sure you will agree when I let you know that there are 5 former vice chancellors in this committee. There are 3 former pro-chancellors who are members of this committee, and even a former commissioner for education. And the committee is also comprised of some of the best within the government of the state. Mr. Governor, I commend you for having done such a great job, which raises expectations about what the committee is expected to do, and I can assure you we will not let you down. I thank you, Mr. Governor, for the initiative of responding to the yearnings to rescue the College of Education at Ilesha, a great institution in its own right, which has recently been plagued by a decline in enrollment. And that is a situation which is also true for colleges of education all over the country. This rescue mission is more so appreciated in the face of meager financial resources available to the state. I also wish to appreciate the doggedness and commitment of the community of Ilesha, universally known for their enterprise, for seeing to it that the College of Education is upgraded to a full-fledged university. While it may appear a policy contradiction on the part of government, considering the recent exit from the LAUTECH partnership, what needs to be done must be done for the future of our children, the direct and indirect staff of the institution, and the community at large. I commend the governor for his courage, which reminds me of a Chinese proverb. And I want to quote a proverb that says, if you are planning for a year, you sow rice. If you are planning for a decade, you plant trees. If you are planning for a lifetime, you educate people. For the University of Ilesha, the governor and the people of Ilesha, the Ileshas, have done the needful. On behalf of the members of the committee, who are all patrons, I pledge our resolve to carry out this assignment timely and diligently in the best interest of our dear state. We are honored to be found worthy to act in this capacity. While there is a lot going on in the politics currently, both within the state and nationally, as responsible leaders, we must evolve to the point where the exercise of our democratic franchise no longer grinds activities to a halt, and in the current case, tamper with the education of our future state as well as nation builders. Consequently, and finally, it will be remiss on an occasion like this not to address the elephant in the room. And I'm talking of the ongoing ASU strike, which is now in its 6th month. And as one of them, call on the federal government, on Osun, and all stakeholders and lovers of the Nigerian child to behave responsibly, set aside differences, and resolve the legitimate and well-funded agitations for our academics. Enough is enough. Thank you, Mr. Governor.
Thanks so much, sir. At this point, I'd like to welcome to do the vote of thanks on the Commissioner for Education and follow show or Ladoyi Bamishayemi.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Osun State, Mr. Oyetola, Your Excellency, the First Lady, Mrs. Oyetola, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Mr. Benedict Oluboyega, permit me to stand on existing protocol to save this time. Mr. Governor, I would like to thank you for this giant stride, upgrading of the College of Education in Ilesha to a full-fledged university, and the inauguration of the Implementation Committee today. You have etched your name in the sand of time. It's going to remain indelible forever. History will be kind to you. I also like to thank the committee members through Professor Oluwaina for accepting to serve on this committee. We appreciate you all. I would like to thank everybody in the room for gracing this occasion. God bless you all. Thank you for coming.